Welcome, Alison Lara. Please give your classmates and myself 2 more minutes to begin the class, or 5 minutes maximum, okay? Thank you for being present today.
Hi, teacher. Okay, no problem.
Welcome, Alison Lara. Please give your classmates and myself 2 more minutes. Good evening, Dolly Claros. We are given 2 more minutes so your classmates can log in, okay? So 2 more minutes. Thank you for being present.
Okay.
Oscar, good evening. Welcome to today's class.
Good evening, Mr. Zulueta. Thank you.
Okay, my dear students, thank you for being present today. Today, February 19th. Today we are now halfway through. Today we're going to begin with a new unit. So therefore as you already may know, I like to go over the unit's objectives. So for the moment, let's begin by reading the different objectives for the given skills, which are listening, speaking, grammar, pronunciation, reading and vocabulary, and writing, okay? After we read the objectives, the unit's goal, today we are going to concentrate and we are going to work together with the listening. Then we're going to take a look at the grammar, specifically future continuous. And from that verbal tense, I will activate the two given activities. I believe we also have time and we must look at the passive modals, at least half of them. Remember, I believe that we have the correct amount of time for the given activities for the given units. So I do not want to stay behind. I rather have you guys finish prior the last day, okay? So with that being said, let's start reading. I will start with Alison Lara. Can you please read the listening and speaking goal? I believe your microphone is off, Alison Lara. Can you please read listening and speaking goals?
Listening, predict what will happen next. Listen for information about the outcome of a situation. Listen for main ideas about people's plan. Listen and order images in a reporter dream. Speaking, showing anger, calming someone down.
Thank you very much. So for the listening, we will become familiar with the jargon that police officers use whenever they want to incriminate appropriator, okay? You guys will become Sherlock Holmes today. So you guys are going to be detectives. You guys are going to learn the jargon and well, we are going to have fun by looking at different videos and understanding if it's when something is being said literally or in a figure way, okay? Thank you very much, Lara. Now for grammar and pronunciation, Dolly Claros.
Grammar. Future continuous, objects, adjectives, clause, passive modals, pronunciation, consonants, clusters, straight in words, adding in tune. In tune.
Okay, thank you. Now for the grammar, future continuous, I'll be waiting for you whenever you come back. Okay, I will be, and the verb in ing form. So we are going to concentrate on that. Remember, objective, adjective clauses, sometimes the actual name of a topic sounds more difficult than it is. Once you go over the grammar explanation and well, even the grammar explanation might be confusing for you guys because we are talking about linguistic elements. But once you come to the practice section, believe me, it's easier than it sounds, okay? Passive modus as well. As you may already know, I like to use one modal verb to advise. That is ought to. We ought to be playing by noon tomorrow. We ought to study every day. So that's one of my favorite modals, which you will understand in this unit, okay? Thank you very much. Now the pronunciation, consonant clusters, and the stress in word ending in shun, 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 okay? Now, let's continue with the last two. My dear Oscar, can you read the reading and vocabulary and writing?
Reading and vocabulary. Getting the meaning from context. Understanding main ideas and details. Writing. Rewriting technique. Make a Venn diagram. Task. Write a paragraph comparing two proverbs from different cultures. Skill. Draw a conclusion.
Thank you very much, Oscar. Now, reading and writing, reading and vocabulary. Today, we are also concentrating on vocabulary, okay? And this is very important whenever you are learning a new language, okay? So when you're learning a language, something that is vital to understand the meaning is the context, okay? Remember, it's not what you say, but how you say it, okay? That's very important, as well as the body expression, okay? Understanding the main ideas and details, okay? Now for the writing, I would like to concentrate on the last one, which is drawing conclusions, okay? Remember that I've also taught you the word to hope in order to say goodbye in a polite way or to conclude a process. So by saying, I hope to see you tomorrow, I hope you'll feel better tomorrow, okay? So this word can help you transfer from one idea to another. So to draw a conclusion, to conclude something, okay? Or more than that, we can also conclude, meaning that we can give a definition, a meaning to a situation. So that's to draw a conclusion, okay? What was being said? What is the meaning? Okay. So now Let me pause my sharing. Andres Garcia, welcome. We went over the unit's goal, what we are going to learn for this unit. We went over them, and as I mentioned, we are going to start with the listening activities. Today, you guys are going to be detectives. You are going to familiarize with the jargon that police officers use to incriminate the thieves, okay? So let's go to the first video and listen carefully. After these videos, I would like to then concentrate on the vocabulary. After the vocabulary, we are going to look at one specific grammar explanation, okay, which is the future continuous. I will be loving you after you are gone, okay? So that's an example. Let's open this window. Okay, so here we have the plot, we have the explanation. So let's see what the video is going to be about. Now let's go with Andres. Can you please read the instructions?
Yes. Jackie has confessed the truth about how she and Dean framed Nick, and Nick and Talia recorded her confession. Nick decides to visit his coach at his office.
Okay, stop right there. To frame is to have a setup, okay? Remember, to frame somebody is to have a setup. So they are playing dirty. They are trying to incriminate Nick. So let's try to, well, we're going to look at the picture. Nick has just arrived at the coach's office, okay? Both the coach and Dean are there. Predict, what do you think will happen? So remember, Jackie has confessed the truth about how she and Dean framed Nick. So the confession has been said, and one of them will have to deal with this situation. Will he run away from this situation? Will he face it? Will he show that he doesn't care? Well, we have these predictions. Andres, can you read the predictions?
Okay. Dean will leave the room. Nick will play the video. Dean and Nick will start fighting. Dean will apologize to Nick. Coach will forgive Nick.
Okay, so those are the predictions. Remember, a confession has been said. So this is the reaction. In my personal belief, well, in my opinion, I think that Dean will leave the room, but but Nick will also play the video. They are not going to fight. That's my prediction. They are not going to fight. I don't think Dean is going to apologize. That's the natural way people usually react. And coach will forgive Nick. I don't think he will forgive Nick, but rather, I think the coach will give Nick an advice to cope, to overcome that situation. So make your predictions and let's see what happens in the end. So here we have the video. Let's take a look at it.
Dean and Coach, just the two people I wanted to see. There. This one, if you're going to stir the pot, be prepared. Dean, well, how about this one? If you're going to stir the pot.
Sorry, man. Tough break.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, let me replay the video.
Dean and Coach, just the two people I wanted to see.
Nick. Sorry, man. Tough break. But you know what they say. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
You like that saying, do you, Dean? Well, how about this one? If you're going to stir the pot, be prepared to lick the spoon.
I don't know what to say, Nick. Are you going to be okay?
Ah, you bet. I've got something I want to show you both.
My brother heard that Nick had gotten rid of his agent. Actually, Dean had something to do with that too. So I went to Nick directly and offered him $100,000 to endorse a pair of shoes. I was very convincing, if I must say so myself. Anyway, Nick agreed, and I got it all recorded. Of course, the recording had to be edited to make it sound like Nick was accepting a bribe, which Dean took care of.
That lying. Oh, Dean, I'd keep quiet if I were you. See, we got hard evidence from Jackie. Turns out my conversation wasn't the only one she recorded.
I'm not going to stand here and listen to these lies and manipulations. I'm out of here.
All right, Dean. We'll deal with you later. Well, I don't know what to say, Nick. I am so sorry you had to go through all this.
Thanks, Coach.
We're starting practice in an hour. You'll be there, right?
Absolutely. But I might be late. There's someone I have to see first. Dean and Coach, just the two people I wanted to see.
Okay, guys, so let's replay the video one more time. Remember, we have a good guy and a bad guy. Now, when somebody frame a person, the person who usually frames, the person who usually does the setup is usually the thief, the bad guy, the perpetrator, okay? So here we have Nick, which, according to the video, he made a setup video with his sister, or yes, I think that was his sister, and that video will incriminate Nick. Now, in the first part of the video, there was a slang, a jargon phrase: "Don't commit the crime if you're not ready for the time," something like that, okay? Meaning, if you don't want to go to jail, don't commit a crime, okay? So let's replay the video one more time.
Nick, Sorry, man. Tough break. But you know what they say. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
You like that saying, do you, Dean? Well, how about this one? If you're going to stir the pot, be prepared to lick the spoon.
I don't know what to say, Nick. Are you going to be okay?
Ah, you bet. I've got something I want to show you both.
My brother heard that Nick had gotten rid of his agent. Actually, Dean had something to do with that too. So I went to Nick directly and offered him $100,000 to endorse a pair of shoes. I was very convincing, if I must say so myself. Anyway, Nick agreed, and I got it all recorded. Of course, the recording had to be edited to make it sound like Nick was accepting a bribe, which Dean took care of.
That lying. Oh, Dean, I'd keep quiet if I were you. See, we got hard evidence from Jackie. Turns out my conversation wasn't the only one she recorded.
I'm not going to stand here and listen to these lies and manipulations. I'm out of here.
All right, Dean. We'll deal with you later. Well, I don't know what to say, Nick. I am so sorry you had to go through all this.
Thanks, Coach.
We're starting practice in an hour. You'll be there, right?
Absolutely. But I might be late. There's someone I have to see first.
Okay, so we have more keywords. Remember, we always try to obtain information from context. There was this word, to bride. It's a bride. Es un soborno. Okay, so that's the manipulation the brothers are trying to incriminate Dean with. Okay, so we have two bad guys, which are brother and sister, and we have an innocent, poor little boy. Okay, so now let's go with.
But I might be late. There's someone I have.
Okay, let me pause. Here it is, the second part of the audio, which I believe is Larry. Okay, so here we have read each sentence and we have to drag the correct answer. Okay, so we are talking about the video and the context, the keywords. So let me zoom in more. Let me go with Alison Lara. Please help me with the first one.
The managers I don't know the meaning of the word.
Okay, these words are the words that I was talking about. They sometimes are either literal or they are in a figurative way. So, for example, let me see, one moment. I got it. So, from the answers above, which one do you think goes in that particular sentence? For example, the managers made everyone fear of her. Remember, fear is to be afraid of something. So the manager must be either really angry or she has an attitude. So with that information, which of these do you think?
Is hot temper.
There you go. That's the correct answer. Hot temper. Okay. Hot temper is when somebody becomes angry really quickly. Okay. His or her feelings escalate very quickly. So now let's go with number 2. Let me, okay, there it is. Number 2, let's go with Oscar, number 2. Take your time. Remember, you have to look for the answer, okay?
Okay. Bob Bannon is persuasive, but I have a feeling he doesn't always tell the truth. He seems to be loud colors.
Okay, now Bob Bannon is persuasive. Do you know what persuasive is? To try to get somebody to do what you want, okay? But I have a feeling he doesn't always tell the truth. So he's a liar. He seems to be so he always tries to persuade, but with lies. So how would you call that type of person?
Okay, maybe a smooth talker.
That's correct. Smooth talker, okay? Do you know a smooth talker, Oscar? We all have friends like that, right? We all have friends like that, okay? Smooth talker,
yes.
Okay? Good. Now let's go with number 3. Dolly, can you help me with number 3? Take your time, try to read it first, obtain context information, and then choose the correct answer. Andres, you will have number 4, okay?
You always keep me waiting, and all you give me are 10 excuses.
Very good, excuses. So here we add thin. You know, thin is the opposite of wide. Okay, so thin excuses are excuses that are not heavy, excuses that are not believable. Okay, so you always keep me waiting, and all you give me are thin excuses, excuses after excuses, and I no longer believe in them. They do not sound reasonable. Thank you very much. Now, Andres, can you help us with number 4?
Yeah, I hate noisy music, but I guess loud colors isn't too bad.
Okay. I believe, according to Pearson, soft rock is a better option. Yes, I hate noisy music, but I guess soft rock isn't too bad. Enanitos Verdes, do you consider that soft rock, Andres?
Yes.
Do you like them?
Not really.
Not really? Okay, soft rock, okay, thank you very much. Now, let me do number 5. We had we have too many misunderstandings with loud colors. So now let's see the actual meaning. This is mine. It's a very conservative company, conservative. So you shouldn't wear loud colors. Oh, that's basically the same in Spanish. For example, loud colors are not well seen in a funeral, for example. So therefore we must go in black or colors that are not loud, okay? Okay, guys, so let me take a snapshot. Remember that word from last week? Let me take a snapshot and I will share this for your other classmates and for yourselves, because I will activate this activity. So give me 30 seconds. Okay. And we also have one more listening activity, which we will do together as a group to understand. Okay. After that, remember, we have the vocabulary. Is something being said literally or in a figurative way? Okay, so there it is. Let me go back. Okay. All right. So let's go with another video. Let me close. So this is the second video, I believe. This is our second video. So we are going to be introduced to new vocabulary. We are continue being detectives or judges, okay? So today we are familiarizing with that kind of jargon. Let me zoom out. All right, now let me go with Alison Lara. Please read the instruction and the predictions.
I can't see this.
Okay, let me reshare, and hopefully, what about now?
Now,
It's clear?
yes.
Very good, thank you.
Only the prediction?
The instruction and prediction.
Okay. Nick is at Newsline office. He's talking with Talia, Amy, and Tony about the end of the scandal. Look at the picture. Nick asks Tony for a favor. Predict, what do you think he says? I'd like you to show the video on your news program tonight.
I would like
to speak on your news program tonight. I would like Talia to interview me. I would like you to delete the video. I would like you to come to our next soccer match.
Good. So remember, we have this scandal, and this scandal was a setup. It was a frame video which was edited in different contexts. Okay, so it's fake. It's a setup. Okay, so now we have Nick in his office, and I believe he's asking for advices. So let's predict by looking at the picture. Okay, so I would like to show you the video on your news program. So this one is to make it worse, to make it so that people can see, a lot of people can see it. That makes sense. The other one, number 2, I would like to speak on your news program tonight. That sounds about what the thief, appropriator could do to incriminate more. Remember, the more you incriminate somebody, the more false evidence you imply into somebody, the more people will tend to think that he is the real thief or the real bad guy. But remember, us as police officers, as Sherlock Holmes detectives, we have to look for context information. We have to read between the lines. That's something that is not literal. That's a figurative phrase. To read between the lines, okay, is to look very carefully for details, okay? To think out of the box, that's another one. To think out of the box, okay? Number 3, I would like Talia to interview me, okay? I would like you to delete the video. This one, I don't think that's a good prediction or a positive prediction for this bad guy. Next, I would like you to come to our next soccer match. Well, let's take a look at the video.
You must be so happy.
I'm so relieved. My name has been cleared. This has been a nightmare.
I can imagine. They really had you on the ropes. Your own teammate trying to frame you.
Yeah, ambition can make you do crazy things, I guess.
Now that the truth has come out, how about giving Newsline an exclusive interview?
That depends.
Depends on what?
I'll talk to Newsline, as long as my favorite reporter gets to do the interview.
I'm assuming you must mean Talia.
Of course he does.
Just one more thing. Can we schedule the interview for later? Gotta go to soccer practice now.
No problem. Talia will be waiting for you.
You must be so happy.
I'm so relieved. My name has been cleared.
Okay, so this is the good guy, and remember, the woman confessed and she gave him the video. So she confessed everything and gave him the video. So he actually had the correct evidence in his hands. And well, as you may already know from the other video, he told the other guy that he will go to jail, basically. Now let's continue.
This has been a nightmare.
I can imagine. They really had you on the ropes. Your own teammate trying to frame you.
Yeah, ambition can make you do crazy things, I guess.
Now that the truth has come out, how about giving Newsline an exclusive interview?
That depends.
Depends on what?
I'll talk to Newsline, as long as my favorite reporter gets to do the interview.
I'm assuming you must mean Talia.
Of course he does.
Just one more thing. Can we schedule the interview for later? Gotta go to soccer practice now.
No problem. Talia will be waiting for you.
Wow, so there we had it. He will give an interview to his favorite interviewer, Talia, but before that, he must attend to his soccer game. So he's really relieved by the scandal, okay? Thanks to the woman that gave him the evidence. Now, let me pause there and open Okay, so there it is. 1 second, please. Villarroel, welcome.
Hi, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good. So let me give you a quick explanation of what we've done so far. We read the unit's goal. We are concentrating on the listening activities. Today we are police officers and detectives. We are going to familiarize ourselves with jargons such as, for example, to frame somebody. It's to have a setup, okay? So we are watching a video in which I believe his name is Nick, was set up by his two friends, but one of them, which was a woman, a girl, she decided to give Nick the evidence because I believe she felt sorry. So now he feels relieved, okay? We are now on the second video, and after watching the video, we are going to answer as a group the following questions, okay? Remember, you can also see what we saw on the video since we are live on YouTube, and I always share the link. So let's continue. Thank you for being present, by the way.
Thanks, teacher.
You must be so happy.
I'm so relieved. My name has been cleared. This has been a nightmare.
I can imagine. They really had you on the ropes. Your own teammate trying to frame you.
Yeah, ambition can make you do crazy things, I guess.
Now that the truth has come out, how about giving Newsline an exclusive interview?
Nah, that depends.
Depends on what?
I'll talk to Newsline, as long as my favorite reporter gets to do the interview.
I'm assuming you must mean Talia.
Of course he does.
Just one more thing. Can we schedule the interview for later? Gotta go to soccer practice now.
No problem. Talia will be waiting for you.
All right, let me give out the following numbers. Number 1, Alison Lara. Number 2, Dolly. Number 3, Oscar. Number 4, Andres. And number 5 belongs to, there's no number 5, okay? So please try to read and come up with an answer. I will give you 10 seconds. And after the 10 seconds, we will go over the questions. All right. Lara, can you please read number 1 with the correct answer?
Why does Nick say he is happy? Everyone now knows he's innocent.
Of course, he's innocent, okay? So he's relieved. Thank you very much. Dolly, number 2.
Why doesn't Nick agree to give Newsline an interview right away? He wants Tony to promise to let Talia to do interview first.
That sounds correct. Thank you very much, Dolly. Number 3, Oscar.
What does Nick mean by saying, ambition can make you do crazy things? He is summing up his teammates' unfair actions.
That's, by deduction, that sounds correct. Now, number 4, Andres.
Why does Nick want to do the interview later? He has to go to soccer practice.
Correct. So he must love soccer. Now, Remember, I have to activate this activity, but since we already did it, let me take a quick Snapchat and share it on WhatsApp so that you guys will not waste any more time, okay? So Snapchat and WhatsApp. Please give me 30 seconds. After that, remember, we have the vocabulary. Okay, so here we go with the vocabulary. Remember that you are Sherlock Holmes, you're detectives. Vocabulary, Jackie gave us hard evidence. Now let's go with my dear Villarroel. Is it clear on your screen so that you can read?
I don't see the page.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
okay. Read the vocabulary.
Yes.
In video, Nick says to Dean, Jackie gave us hard evidence. The most basic or literal meaning of hard is firm and stiff. In the expression hard evidence, hard is not used literally, but figuratively to mean definitely true. Each pair of expressions below contains one first phrase with a word used literally and other with the same word used figuratively. Click on the light bulb icon to see the meanings of these expressions.
Okay, thank you very much, Villarroel. So now that's the explanation when something is being said literally or figuratively, okay? In a figurative way is usually not a real meaning, okay? So now let's go with, all right. When you are sure you understand all the expressions, do the exercises. So we have to talk about them first. Read each expression below, decide if it is literal or figurative. Choose the correct answer. Okay, so now we have to catch a ball, to catch someone's eyes, hot temper, which Alison Lara had a question with that one. Hot water, loud color, we know that one. Loud noise, smooth surface, and smooth talker. Oscar had smooth talker earlier, and that's somebody who tries to convince, to persuade somebody, but with lies. So that's like a smooth criminal. Remember Michael Jackson? Okay, smooth talker. Soft pillow, soft rock, steal a car, steal a look. Thin curtain, and I believe the other one is thin excuse. Oh, I remember thin excuse. That belonged to Dolly Claros. Thin excuse is when you overuse excuses and your friend or your couple is tired of them and he eventually gives up. He becomes, or he gets fed up by your thin excuses, excuses that are not reasonable. Okay, then we have throw a ball, throw a fit, tired joke, tired worker, warm weather, and warm welcome. Okay, so now to catch a ball, okay, so we have two different options for all of them. Well, do you think if it's literal or figurative? We'll give you maybe 30 seconds to come up with an option, okay? We have a 50% of being wrong or correct, so 30 seconds. I believe in the following vocabulary exercises, the actual definition for the literal words will be given. But for the moment, we have to take a guess or come up with a conclusion. That was one of the unit's goal as well. All right, so now let's go with number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me give out numbers. Number 1, Lara. Number 2, Dolly. Number 3, Oscar. Number 4, Andres. Number 5, Villarroel. Okay, let me see who logged in. Oscar, Dolly, Andres, somebody logged off. Okay, so number 1, catch a ball. What do you think, Lara? Is it literal or figurative?
Literal.
That's literal. That's literal, okay? That's what baseball players do. Number 2, Dolly. To have hot temper.
Literal.
Okay, remember?
Excuse me, figurative.
Correct, hot temper, okay? Thank you. Number 3, loud noise. Oscar? Loud noise, remember? When the music is loud?
Literal.
Okay, so let's go with literal. Okay, now let's continue with Andres, number 5, smooth talker. Andres?
Figurative.
Thank you very much. Number 5, Villarroel, soft rock.
I don't know what the meaning, but I think that's figurative.
Thank you. And to me, there is no such a thing as soft rock. Remember, rock is usually loud. So it's an oxymoron as well, okay? Oxymoron. It's contrary to the word, okay? For example, I gave this example to one of your classmates yesterday. An oxymoron is, for example, a big crowd. We all know that a crowd is when many people gather together, okay? For example, in a carnival, we usually have crowds, but whenever somebody says a big crowd, that's an oxymoron, and that's incorrect because you only have to say it's a crowd, okay? We know a crowd is big, so that's an oxymoron, okay? Now let's continue. Steal a car. Steal a car, Lara, Allison.
Literal.
Thank you. To steal a car, that's literal. Thin excuses, Dolly.
Literal.
Remember thin excuses? Excusas delgadas, eso es algo figurativo, figurative, okay? Thin excuses, es when somebody says too many excuses y ya no se le cree. Entonces, thin excuses, figurativo. porque no hay cosa que exista como tal, no es literal. Number 8, okay, thank you. Number 8, let's go with Andres. Throw a fit. What's your guess, Andres Garcia? Number 8.
I think figurative.
Thank you very much. Remember, if it doesn't make a lot of sense, it's usually figurative, okay? Okay, good. Number 9, tired worker. Let me do that. That's very easy. That's literal, a tired worker, okay? Some of you are tired because you work, so you are a tired worker. Let me share this screenshot with you. Okay, let me close. Let me share. And let's go with the last vocabulary. Okay, so vocabulary number 3. This is the last activity that we are going to do as a group today. Okay, here we go. Big. Good. So we are continuing with the same words, but now we have to put them in the correct order, okay? Let me give out the questions. Lara, number 1, Dolly, number 2, Oscar, number 3, Andres, number 4, and Villarroel, number 5. I will give you 40 seconds, maybe a minute. For the moment, I will share my screenshot with you. Let me pause. The screen turn black, or the questions are still there? Villarroel, can you still see the questions, the affirmatives? Or is the screen black?
No, it's okay.
Ah, good, thank you. Because I put it on pause, but thank you. Continue, please. Okay, I think it's about time to continue. Let's go with number 1, Lara.
The door was open, so I was able to catch someone's eye at the expensive furniture in the president's office.
That sounds about correct. Catch someone's eyes. Oh, I don't know. Let me see. Warm, well, steal a joke, throw a fit. Okay, maybe throw a fit will go there, but let me catch someone's eyes. Here in Mexico, I don't know if in Bolivia you use the following phrase: échale un ojo al niño, o échale un ojo al guisado. ¿Lo utilizan, o do you use it?
Yes.
Okay, échale un ojo. Okay, good. So that sounds about the same, but no, it's catch someone's eyes is backwards. Es atrapar el ojo de alguien. So let's see at the end, okay? Vamos a utilizar deduction. Number 2, Dolly.
People used to think he was funny, but nobody launched at his tire jackets anymore.
Very good. Jokes, chistes, tired jokes, los chistes, chistes cansados, ya no son buenos. Good. Number 3, Oscar.
I've been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to steal a lock, but the waiter still hasn't taken my order.
Okay, let's see. Number 4, Andres.
Fernanda's husband waited at the door with a warm welcome for their guest.
That sounds correct. Good. And number 5, Villarroel.
If Ula, I think, I don't see. Well, forgets the turn in her monthly report again, her boss will probably, I think, is catch someone else. No?
Okay. The last option was throw a fit. Oh my God, a fit. So let's see.
I think it's catch.
Throw an eye, catch someone's eyes. So let me see the correct. Let me submit it. And let's see. 60. Let's see what we had wrong.
Oh.
We had meaning correct. Okay, so number 1, we have the door was open, so I was able to. Okay. Okay, so Villarroel, we were correct on to throw a fit. So we only had 2. We can pretend that number one goes with number 3 and vice versa. The door was open, so I was able to steal a look. That makes sense. Estaba abierta la puerta, así que pude robar una mirada, robar un vistazo. At the expensive furniture in the president's office. And number 3, I've been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to catch someone's eyes, but the waiter still hasn't taken my order. También tienes, it also makes sense, okay? To catch someone's eyes es cuando quieres que alguien que te vea porque vas a pedir algo, you're going to ask for something. Okay, good. So let me take a snapshot. Okay, I will share there with you. Yes?
What is throw a fit?
Throw a fit. Okay, if Ula forgets to turn in her monthly report again, o sea, she already did that. She already missed to turn the monthly report. So her boss will probably throw a fit. Remember, a fist is un puño. So to throw a fit has about the same meaning, que va a tirar un golpe, que va a tirar algo, ¿no? Sí tienes esa imagen, que está enojado el boss, so he's going to throw a fit. Now, let me give you a definition from the dictionary, okay? Okay, here we go. Somebody's at the door, be careful. Okay, so there's the meaning for to throw a fit. or to have a fit, to be very shocked or angry. Okay, so we're not talking about making a physical reaction. It's just having not even a hot temper, but becoming shocked or angry. My mother would have a fit if she heard that. Okay, now let me go back. I promise you I will share that. Okay, so now let me activate. Good. So this is what we done so far. We've finished with the listening activities. We are finished with the vocabulary, and we are also finished with the learning objectives. I will send you all of these, but remember, these are finished. We are finished with those, okay? So now I am going to activate the following activities. We are going to have to work on future continuous and, well, 2 activities from those, but before I activate them, I must explain very quickly. Let me share my screen. Okay, good. So we have the future continuous. I will be, and the verb in ing form. Very quickly, let's listen to our coach.
When this course is over, I'll be taking a short vacation. Will be taking is the future continuous, and today we'll be looking at this form. Let's begin.
We use the future continuous to talk about something that will be in progress at a specific time in the future.
We'll be practicing this afternoon.
When we use the future continuous, we aren't interested in when the activity will start or end. It may start before or after the specific time mentioned. Remember, we usually don't use continuous forms with non-action verbs.
Okay, in another part of this lesson, we will take a look at these kind of verbs. Remember, non-action verbs are verbs that does not imply a physical movement. For example, to need, whenever you say a sentence, I need a pencil, you're not moving, okay? So that's a non-action verb. To think, to love, okay, and to have are some other examples of non-action verbs. Let's continue.
We form the future continuous with will be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. We often use contractions with this form.
She'll be waiting for you.
Dean won't be playing in the next game.
Okay, guys, remember, whenever we are speaking, we always try to use the contractions, the contractive form, using the apostrophe, okay, to sound fluent. Now let's continue.
We can also form the future continuous with be going to plus be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. The meaning is the same.
Nick will be playing in the next game.
Or,
Nick is going to be playing in the next game.
remember, in conversation and informal writing, we usually use contractions with be going to.
He's going to be playing in the next game.
He isn't going to be sitting the game out.
We can also form the future continuous with be going to plus be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. The meaning is the same.
Nick will be playing in the next game.
Or,
Nick is going to be playing in the next game.
remember, in conversation and informal writing, we usually use contractions with be going to.
He's going to be playing in the next game.
He isn't going to be sitting the game out.
Okay, guys, so I think it's now time to activate the activities. I will activate them and I will give them 3 days to do them, okay? But before I do that, I must ask you about the polls so that you can answer them, because some of you have to leave early due to many reasons. So please answer my poll question. I will activate in a minute, and that's about it. Make sure you take the rest of the class time to work on that. Thank you very much. Okay, so this activity, I will want you to work on them for the rest of the class, which is 20 minutes. Okay, I will stay online so that if you have any questions, you can ask me. Remember, these grammar activities are the ones that you must do. I will give them 3 days to do them. And I will also send these activities which we saw today. But remember, you don't have to do anything with the listening or the vocabulary. All you have to do is fill in the answers, which I've already shared on WhatsApp. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will activate them now. So Wednesday is the due date. Okay, remember, if you have questions, let me know. The activities that we did as a group, all you have to do is to select the correct answer. Remember, I sent the correct answers on WhatsApp. They were 4 activities, and for the moment, work on these 2 activities. Future continues. Okay, my dear students, our time is up for today. Thank you for being present and thank you for participating. I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Stay stress-free. And I will use this phrase from today's unit. I will be seeing you, which is I will be seeing you next Monday. All right?
Thank you,
Thanks,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
No, no lo entiendo.